Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. I hope everybody is well today, and today's sit down topic is going to be about autism and the end of the UK government lockdown, and I thought I'd share my perspective and my thoughts as an autistic woman with you. So let's get into the video. So during the UK lockdown, I've experienced it as an autistic adult and living as an autistic adult. During the UK lockdown, I've experienced many different emotions, such as being isolated and not being able to see people and my friends and family I care about. As the time's gone on, I started to get used to having a routine of not being able to be near people or see them. At first this was intensely difficult, but then the UK government slowly started releasing the lockdown rules and have less restrictions, which started to make my anxiety feel less. I still have found it hard to adjust, as I used to work out in the community in person and now everything has been done online. I'm used to being a social person. This has greatly disturbed my routine, and as somebody with autism I need routine and structure, so I started to throw myself into an online routine of doing training with local medical professionals. I've been lucky to have many people involve me on online projects to keep me active within the autism awareness and learning disability work field, which I feel blessed that I've been able to do and have my voice heard. Recently the UK has been going through many changes, and we've just come out of our UK lockdown and we're able to see people again and mix in different households. I'm so happy that I can see people again, but at the same time I feel that I've constantly been living with heightened emotions at all the constant changes that have happened around the UK lockdown rules, and including the social distancing, which I've since found confusing, since people have been queuing next to each other and touching each other. So during this time I think the UK lockdown has been worse for my anxiety and all the changes that have been happening, and the people that we can see and what venues we're allowed to be in and what venues are allowed to be opened. And I also feel that I've not had access to my Autism Support Social Club, which I was attending once a month at 6 PM to 8 PM on a Thursday evening. For people like me on the spectrum, having something like this, a service so essential that it helps to establish my needs and helps me to meet new friends. I was being proud to establish this social group in my hometown, which is something that I'm proud to be part of. It's been going for 5 years. The Autism Social Group gives me a sense of purpose and achievement and inclusion. It has given me a sense of belonging and meeting new friends, but the lockdown has had that taken away from me, so I've missed having that social interaction with others, and I feel this has had an impact on my mental health and why I felt more lonely and anxious about the future and getting back to the supposed normal. Let's be honest, are we ever going to live in a normal world after going through this pandemic and having to live through certain rules and restrictions? I found it really hard that the UK government has not made things easy to understand, especially for people with disabilities like myself. I've tried to understand everything and I've slowly got my head around it all for most of it, but I must say I'm still very lucky that with the support network I've had online, as well as in person, I've been supporting me through a very hard time, where I've felt alone, isolated, and trying to control my emotions. During the last few weeks, my emotions have been all over the place, as I've been through week after week after week, and for people on the spectrum like me, we need structure, and this has been nothing but uncertainty and anxiety provoking. I am so happy that the UK has finally ended this lockdown, as I can see in my friends and family who I've missed so much. I feel that I've been lucky as I've reached so much support on my YouTube channel, Gemma's Journey Grace, which I've been doing for over 6 years, to share my autistic experiences with others, to break down the stigma of autism in females that has become a form of self-coping and therapy to keep me on some form of routine. I recently hit my 4K subscriber mark. Lockdown has taught me about how important relationships are, and that it is important to communicate with how you are feeling, and this is why online has been so essential for me. I feel very lucky to have local media support that are supporting me. BBC Radio Suffolk, especially John Wright, has been supporting me for a very long time by playing my poetry and sharing my autistic experiences on the local radio for people to hear and to support me. It is such a blessing, and I feel privileged that he chose to get to know me and my story and my campaigning within the local area, and I cannot thank him enough. I must also say that the local adult autism service have been supporting me through this difficult time. They have called me several times. I want people to know that their lockdown stories are absolutely vital, and absolutely your experiences are to be heard. I feel that this lockdown has changed me in a new way, and that your experiences are valid. I have learnt that during lockdown I have improved my independence and learnt how to self-care for myself and understand it's okay to take time out. I must say I'm very lucky with the support network I've had from my best friend Jo. Jo has been my vital support network every day. She calls me and texts me to check on how I'm coping with the difficult situation around us. She's made sure that when we're allowed to meet up, that we go out for lunch and go shopping and go to the park. Both of us have bounced off each other for support. I feel that both of us having mental health issues and conditions as having best friends, we need to be strong and feel wanted. We both balance each other out and support each other through a difficult time. I do not think that people understand how people like me in this lockdown has affected me, with people with autism and mental health issues. Every day has been heightened and I felt so intense. I've started to feel less stressed now, but I'm looking forward to getting back to the supposed life of normal. I think I've managed to cope rather well considering everything I've had to deal with during this pandemic. All the changes I've had to prove myself that I can be strong and independent even though I felt like I failed at every step and every moment. These are just some of my experiences. I know that every autistic person's experiences will be different from mine. So how have I been affected by the UK lockdown? So I've had personally I have had sensory issues with my anxiety. I felt heightened. I've been more on edge, especially since being online on YouTube friend I consider a best friend passed away. That changed my perspective on how I see the world and how I've dealt with situations. I feel also that I've learned to be a stronger person and learn how to take time out for myself and my family. But I can say that I found it harder to do online training because I struggled to read people's intentions and body language. But I've learned how to appreciate all the communication I've received during the time of lockdown. I feel that now everything has opened back up. I'm looking forward to being back outside in the local community and being able to advocate for myself and others. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you relate to me, please leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you feel. I appreciate you watching, guys, and I will see you next time. Bye!